What's up, guys? SonicDolphin117 here, and I'm back with a video that probably not a lot of you guys were expecting. This is Mortal Kombat X, and I'm gonna be frank with you guys right now. Viewer discretion is advised. If you are not a fan of blood and gore, do not watch this. But I decided to do a guide on this character, Cassie Cage, because first off, I feel like I know enough about the character to qualify at least a little bit. And also, I think there are a few strategies that people are underestimating with this character, so I wanted to point that out. I also just wanted to make a helpful video. But I am not a professional by any means. I'm not some kind of, like, person who goes to tournaments or goes to classes to instruct people on how to play Cassie Cage. I am not that kind of person. I'm just trying to give you guys some tips and see if it helps you guys out at all. So, let's go against Aaron Black, because I hate Aaron Black. And let's go against the Marksman Variation. So let's go to the training room, and let's get started. So this guide's going to cover her best combos, some decent strategies, how to use each of her variations, and a few advanced combos that are relatively easy to pull off. Alright, sorry about that. So, this is, so I'm going to tag a bunch of moves that you guys really want to know. So, let's see. You guys will understand after I'm done with this. Okay, so these are, let me talk about a few of her combos that are really important. She's got some alright normals. I mean, I don't really have much to compare them to since I haven't fought every character in the game yet. But one of her best normals is this forward Y. Got great range. It does hit high, so it's easy to duck under, although you can chain it into a combo, which is pretty good. But this thing is pretty good for continuing certain combos that I have in mind, and in the Brawler Variations can get really good too. So I just wanted to point out this one move to you right now. This is also a really important combo, back XY. You can't continue this with a B move to knock him down, but it's not really suggested because this one is really good for canceling into specials and stuff like that, especially catching people out of the air. YBY is probably the best combo starter you've got because it launched them perfectly for this or something like that. It's pretty quick, it's got decent damage, and it's just really good for being a combo starter. And this next one is one that a lot of people seem to use in combos a lot, which is forward BB. I'll have button translations in the description, but it's a good launcher, I suppose. Like, you can, like, go into stuff like this and do, like, air throws if you're a brawler or stuff like that. But it's like, it's got really short range, and it's really slow. Like, this is slow. This to me is slow for a normal. I'd much rather start off with something like that, which is a lot faster. Now, here are two very important combos if you are a mix-up type Cassie Cage, although you probably should be, considering the fact that she's very fast, is Kick Abuse, which is literally just diagonally down X, as you can see up there. It's a low to an overhead to a mid uppercut. So this is pretty quick. It's very hard to block, as you could probably guess. And one of the best things about it is that you can cancel the first two hits. You can go low overhead to combo starter with this with her flip kick, or you can just shoot him in the face if you feel like it, and go into linkers from there. It's really good. Coming in hot. So you really got to consider that. And then her next combo is one that you see on Cassie Cage's a lot online, which is forward AA. This one, Kick Abuse, low overhead. This, overhead low. Freaking amazing. Like, it's decently fast. It's very hard to block, just like the other mix-up, and it knocks him down at a decent range. Unfortunately, unlike Kick Abuse, you cannot cancel after the second hit. At least, let me try. Yeah, you can't. But it's very good, and here's a strategy that I actually have with Cassie Cage, is that I go into this, and then I run... Wait, whoops. And then I run after them and continue it, and then go into kick abuse for a low or overhead mix-up. And even if they block it, they're going to get hit by the low or overhead if they're not prepared for it. So, knowing the run button is really important with Cassie Cage. Let me just tell you that right now. So, run assaulting them like I do is actually a pretty good idea. It works on a lot of people who aren't ready for it, especially since wake-up moves in this game are kind of subject to things with armor and stuff like that. So let me talk about her special moves. Let me just look them out real fast. Alright, so single shot. Decent zoning tool. Good for pacing if you're trying to catch a jump. Although, compared to other zoning tools, it's not that good because it's got pretty slow startup compared to most projectiles. You can just duck under this thing, and it's not very good. The enhanced version, though, is very fast, and it does really decent damage. That's 13 damage. That's really good. It's very good for catching people out of the air, and it's a good combo finisher, too. So, consider that. Her next one is back forward B, which is this uppercut kick, which is a good way to finish combos, and it's a decent anti-air, but as a wake-up move, I think you're better off with the next move I'm talking about. The enhanced version gives you a hit of armor, and it adds an extra hit to this, which actually can be used as a cross-up if you're good with it. It's good for catching people off guard who aren't expecting it. Yeah, that's a cross-up. Even though in this game you don't have to worry about cross-ups, it's still pretty good for, like, hey, that guy hit me on the other side, damn it. And her last move, that is common among all variations, is very important. It's called the getaway flip. I believe that's what it's called, yes. This, it's a good wake-up because it's very quick. It's a decent anti-air, as you can see from its green hitbox. And it's generally the best thing for combos. All of your combos are going to rely on canceling into this. Wait, whoops. On canceling into that, then running forward and doing stuff. I'll get into combos at the end of this video. But, you know, cancel this. You can pretty much cancel this out of a lot of stuff. Like XX flip, YBY flip, stuff like that. It's really important to note. And the enhanced version sends you back further. And it recovers faster. So, what this means, and it does 3% extra damage, but I don't really care about that. This, makes it a little more safe to do on block, because the move itself is kind of unsafe to do on block. And because of its fast recovery, you can still run forward and do all that stuff, so that's really important to note. So, Cassie Cage really revolves around those three moves, but now we have her variations. And the one we're using right now is Spec Ops, which gives you two moves, the American Way and Air Assault. Let me just talk about American Way for a second. From first glance, it just looks like a taunt. Like straight up taunt. For some reason, I can't do it twice in a row. I wonder if the program is based around that. But it doesn't seem to do anything. I checked. It doesn't seem to do much other than play a cool little jingle. You can also combo into this, which is pretty funny. So... Wait, whoops, not that one. Yeah, you can actually do that. And you can combo into that, but it's really low damage. Like, it's 2% raw. So, you're not really doing much with this thing. It's really only good for setting up your brutality and for pissing somebody off. But the main attraction with this one is the missiles. Her normal missile hits low, and you can set it to 3 different distances, close, medium, or far. And it will not intercept people in midair. It'll only explode when it hits the ground, so you can't, like, use this as an anti-air strategy. Her enhanced missile has fantastic homing properties, and it hits overhead instead of low. But other than that, there's not really much advantage to it. What's nice about this variation that I like a lot is that it sets up perfectly for combos every time you do a missile. Like, you hit him with a missile, and then you run in. Like, even from full screen, you can do a combo. Like, it's really important to note. It's also really good for tricking people. Like, if someone's going to jump in on you, like, let's say you're playing a Sub-Zero, because that's where I get the most difficulty with this variation, is like, he has a slide that gets him across the entire screen instantaneously, and you're just like, how am I supposed to do this? Instead of trying to zone him out with the far missiles, try just baiting him with a close one. You'd be surprised how often people fall for this, because it's pretty freaking amazing just watching someone go up to you, punch you once, and then get hit by a missile that's flying from the sky. And you can most likely combo them if the last hit they put on you doesn't have too much hit stun. But yeah, really good. The one problem with this thing, though, obviously, is that it's very slow on startup. You're going to get punished for this if someone's right up in front of you. It starts after... Let me see what the startup of this thing is. Because I don't want to be wrong. 74 frames. Damn. That's... Yeah. Actually, wait a minute. Why does this one say 74, but this one says 40?
Inbound. Drop payload.
It's the same start, or whatever. 47 frames. That's a lot. That's almost a whole second. But the thing is, it activates relatively early in the animation, so you can bet that that thing's coming down if the opponent doesn't immediately punch you. And there's also some funny little combos you can do with this thing, where you can cancel it into that and then do all this stuff. But honestly, I find those combos incredibly risky, and I don't recommend that. My biggest strategy with this one is to set them up by, like, doing a combo, then call a missile on them, and then go into other stuff. One strategy that a lot of people realize, that eventually people are going to realize that they can block the normal missiles. A lot of people don't actually know you can block the normal missiles by blocking low. They think they're unblockables, which honestly I think they should be. But the one thing you can do is that if you're worried someone's going to block your missile, just run in and do pressure. Like, run in and do a mix-up. Let me have this guy block this. So he's blocking, and then I go in and start this, because he's probably going to get stunned by the missile, which means I can go in for kick abuse and stuff like that. So, pretty good. Let me just turn this off. Again, I didn't practice this, so... why is he still blocking? Did I not save my options? Oh, whoops. Alright. So that's about it for this variation, really. I mean, it really is a good idea to, instead of ending your combos with finishers sometimes, you should just call down a missile and set people up, because they don't just expect you to start calling down missiles on them all the damn time. It's really important to mix up your missiles so that the opponent has to guess where to stand, and if they decide to try and block, just go up and mix up them. It's very deadly, and a lot of people underestimate this variation. However, this variation does not have any new combos. It does not have really amazing stuff besides this, and it's really just important to know that every time this missile hits, it gives you a free full combo. So yeah, keep that in mind. So let's move on to the next variation, which is Hollywood.
Cassie Cage. Sub-Zero.
Alright, so this is the Hollywood variation of Cassie Cage, and she's got no new combos in this variation, but she got two new moves. She's got air guns, and she's got the Nutcracker. And the air guns, while they sound amazing, I don't use them that often, because the quotation of this is not the same. I compare these guns to the air guns that Deathstroke had in Injustice, and these don't compare because the command for these is back forward X and not down forward X, which is really confusing to me. Like, it feels weird jumping backwards and canceling into these guns. Like, it just does. Maybe you get used to it. I certainly haven't. And honestly, they're a little bit slower than Deathstroke's gun, so it's very hard to catch somebody out of the air when they're jumping at you. Although it is good to, like, cancel right when you hit the ground. Just for 2 shots right to their head. That's pretty fun. The enhanced version is really good, though, because you can cancel it right into a gunshot there. And wait a minute. Oh, I thought this used to be a low. Didn't this used to be a low? Ah, whatever. You can still catch them out of it. And it will surprise a lot of opponents if you decide to go this route and enhance it for an extra bullet as soon as you hit the ground. But honestly, that's not that amazing. And then you have the Nutcracker, which... I'm sorry, guys. I don't really know how to use this thing. It makes you high and vulnerable, but it does not hit low for some reason. I feel like this kind of move should hit low. And it's good damage, I suppose. And maybe it's a good combo... I mean, it's an okay combo finisher, I guess. So, let me try this. Okay, yeah, it can be used as a combo finisher, but... not that amazing, and the enhanced version is just really extra damage. It is good for resets, though, because your opponent is stunned there for a second, so it leaves you at a little bit of an advantage. So you can go for, like, a reset right after it, and the chances are your opponent's not going to react fast enough. And this one can lead to other resets as well. Let me just try this. Okay, yeah, it does work. So, yeah, that's it for Hollywood, honestly. I mean, I don't really want to talk about this one this much because it's kind of simple. You get a Nut Punch, which gives you good advantage and stuff like that, and you get air guns. I mean, there's not really much to explain here. I honestly think this is one of her worst variations, although I'd be happy for someone to go online and prove me wrong. I would love to be proven wrong, because the better I can get with Cassie, the better. So anyway, let's move on to the final variation, which is without a doubt the most popular.
Cassie Cage, Sub-Zero, Milena.
Alright, now we're on the last variation of Cassie Cage, which is Brawler. One important thing to note that a lot of people don't seem to notice is that she has one new combo in this variation, which is forward Y, X and A. Although I don't... Can you just press the grab button? Yeah, you can. So you can just press the LB if you want to do this. And this thing is amazing because it does... I think it does catch out of combos. Wait, let me try this, sorry. Yeah, it does catch out of combos, and like the Nutcracker, it's perfect for resets. Like, this thing is perfect for resets because it leaves you at a little bit of an advantage when you're trying to attack your opponent, and it has such great range. So, it's good for, if you're trying to go for resets, this is definitely the variation for you. Although the missiles aren't that bad at it either. Anyway, she has two new moves in this variation. She has Takedown, which is an overhead lunging attack that's got pretty good damage. I believe that's 13. Yeah, that's 13 raw without scaling. You cannot enhance this move, unfortunately, but it's got great priority. Like, you'd be surprised what you can catch with this thing. Like, this caught Melina's roll here in one of my matches. Like, that's pretty great. And it's also a very good makeshift combo ender to replace the uppercut, because in Hollywood, your ender is the Nut Punch. In freaking, in the Spec Ops Variation, you're pretty much limited to the uppercut. In this, you always want to go for the takedown because it gives you good positioning, and it's also much more damaging at the cost of less meter. And her other attack is a simple grapple, which is down, back, forward, Y. I hate this input. Down, back, forward, Y. And it's a simple command grab. I think you can catch people out of the air with this. I'm sorry, give me a sec. Yeah, you can. But honestly, I don't like it just because the command input is weird. But it's a command grab, and I guess I can't be complaining. So, let me talk about a few strategies with this thing. Is that, like I mentioned earlier with the running assaults, adding these two moves to your repertoire is really good because... I'm sorry, I'm messing up right now. Like, adding these two mix-up moves, which is an overhead with 13% raw damage, pretty good. Pretty damn good to mix up your stuff. And Brawler is just good for grappling. Like, if you want to get up close, then these moves are for you. I'm also forgetting one move, which I'll talk about in a sec. But yeah, if you're trying to get in close and just wreck your opponent's face, then go for Brawler. I think that's the reason why this one gets so much love, because it's just good for just getting in someone's face and just pummeling them. Her last move is an air grab. Let me have the AI jump here. Alright, there we go. So this is an air grab. I didn't mean to enhance it, my bad. Which pins the opponent down in a good position to go for... it doesn't leave you at advantage, I don't think. It's probably not very good at that, because your character does get up kind of slow. But you can go for other stuff, too. But the biggest draw of this move is its enhanced version, which gives you a full combo continuation, which is really important. Especially since you can do it at any distance. It also has surprising range. Like, it actually moves her... Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. It actually moves her forward. Like, do you see this? Like, jump up. See, like, it moves her forward a little bit. And that's a lot more important than it looks. Because, look, did you think I'd reach her? Like, look at that. It's got extended range. That's really powerful. So you can go into, like, full combos off this, which is really important. I can't believe I can't get these consistently right now. So let me have the AI stop jumping. So, yeah, Brawler Cassie Cage is not that complex. Like, you pretty much just get 2 more mix-up tools. That's pretty much what this is, and a combo ender. Like, there's not much else to talk about with this. There's no real added strategy other than stay in your opponent's face. Although I think you can cancel this into an air throw. Let me see. Yeah, you can cancel a jumping kick into an air throw. That's nice. Wow, not bad. 32% off 2 meters, I believe that was. But... yeah, that's kind of it for Brawler, honestly. Like, I already told you guys about this running assault stuff, which you can cancel into combos and all that other kind of fancy jazz. So, Brawler just kind of adds to that power that you have of an extension of your abilities, because it's not really about... because this one's kind of all about doing... is kind of your damage class. If you're the kind of guy who just wants to do a lot of freaking damage, then go for this one, because this this adds more to your combos. You can do your air grab to get free combos, just like the missiles could get you free combos, and that's really important to note. Let me just talk about our X-ray, which is a simple armored stab. This thing is not that good. It's got good range, it's got armor, that's nice, but I'm not really that big a fan of it. It also doesn't chain very well in combos. Like, for some reason, I have the hardest time connecting this sometimes. Watch your eyes. It's just that it's a little inconsistent compared to other X-rays, which activate in 1 hit. This one activates in like 5. So you're most likely not going to get much use out of that. Now, I guess now we should get on to the combos. So, combo structure with Cassie, like I mentioned earlier, is all about canceling any one of your attacks into the getaway flip. The enhanced one, it doesn't really matter. And really, you're just running forward and then doing back X, Y. It's really not recommended that you do anything else. I mean, you can run forward and do simple jab, jab, and then go into X, Y. Like, let me see here. Yeah, you can go like jab, jab, but I think because of damage scaling, that only adds like 1%. So, like, I don't really see the point of that. I'm trying to land it now. God damn it. But yeah, so here's a few intermediate. So here's just a few link combos that you can do off of Brawler. I'm not going to do combos with other variations because they don't really have anything special, to be honest, because Nutcracker, combo finisher, and the missiles are just combo starters, which with stuff that I kind of already showed off. If you want to go for like a more complex combo video, look somewhere else. But these are combos that I feel like anybody can do at any point in the game. So this thing is a great charge forward, great way to start. So back XY, forward, back XY, slam. If you're, like I mentioned earlier, if you're using the missile class, you're pretty much limited to that. And if you're using Hollywood, you should probably try and go for a Nutcracker. And so let me show you a few combos. So forward BB, jumping Y, air grab, and slam. 31%, 1 meter. Not bad. This is, here's a basic combo, which is back XY. Again, a lot of these combos are just based around you doing flip kick, to run, to back XY, to finisher. That's pretty much your bread and butter with Cassie. There's not really much else you should probably do to extend your combo. I've never seen a lot of other stuff. I'm sure there's a lot of cool corner stuff you're doing, but I'm not showing any corner combos in this because I don't feel like there's any point. I rarely find myself in the corner, to be perfectly honest. And these are combos that anybody can do, so you can cancel that to this. Very important. So I showed you a cool combo with this. I mean, the enhanced one is still possible to do all these combos, so remember that. And also, biggest thing, remember the run button exists with Cassie, because otherwise you're not going to be able to do any of this stuff. Or do nearly as well, in my opinion. Here's my best combo, which is off of YBY. This is probably the most damaging combo she has, at least one that I've thought of that doesn't cost any meter. Whoops, my bad. Crap. 31%, no meter. I mean, maybe that doesn't sound so impressive to you, but that's honestly kind of awesome in a way, because that's 31% every single time you land a really quick jab. Like that's really important. Let's see, what else do I have here? I already showed this one off. Oh crap, I didn't want to accept this yet. Sorry, Epileptic, not now. And yeah, really all of them are based off of canceling into this, canceling into flip kick, just canceling into flip kick to run. Again, flip kick, run, crap. Flip kick, run, back XY, tackle, or whatever finisher you choose. So that's pretty much it. I mean, you can do some other stuff afterward. I mean, you can do this. That's fun. You can like, damn it. You can, like, chain it into that. I mean, that's fine. But, yeah, that's kind of her basic combo structure. Here's what you need to think about. Every time you do something, cancel into flip kick, run, back XY, finish. That's basically how Cassie Cage combos go. And once you get used to it, it's pretty easy, even in online lag. So try it out for yourselves. I think it's really important that you guys note this. I think